Hello, hello. How are y'all this evening? See, there's a couple of you in the chat. Hello, Catherine. And Mike's here from Mike Adventure Sparks. Is that you on a different, like on your phone or something? And then Kimberly. How are you, Miss Kimberly? And then Paula's here. I hope y'all are having an okay week. This is hump day evening. And so, um, and it's Wednesday night live for us. How's your week been? Paula, you feeling a little better? Hi, Miss M. So, people are showing up. I've had a pretty good week. I've been busy. I'm going out of town tomorrow when I get off work a little early, and I'm going to Fort Worth to see my son play ball. And then on Friday morning, they're having at chapel, they have a birthday blessing because his birthday was yesterday, turned 9 years old. And and he's supposed to get a special award that he doesn't know about that they're going to present that morning at chapel. So I'm going. And then we're going to celebrate his birthday on Saturday. So thank you, Catherine, about my bangs. Had a funny incident today. One of my clients didn't recognize me. So I thought that was funny. I hadn't been seeing this person very long. So, hey, Daryl, how are you? Fire Dr. Ninja Turtle is in the house. Lovely hairdo. Thank you, Doc. So, I know a lot of people call you Doc. That's my road name. I don't know if you know that, Daryl. It's my road name. It's on my cut. Hi, Cheryl. My twinner's here. Yay. So, everyone having a pretty good week? I know I asked that. Y'all aren't going to tell me. You're too busy saying hello to each other. So, which I love that y'all all know each other and say hello. So, it's quite exciting. So, anyway, do some do a little housekeeping here. Let's see. A couple of moderators. That way y'all can check out each other's channels. I don't tend to have trolls. I think some of it is I do my lives on my computer. They're in landscape, and I don't know. And then this time of night, I don't know. So, hey, it's Mike. Are you different than the other Mike, or were you just using two apparatuses with two different names? Hi, Debbie Sue. How are you doing? How's your husband? Been praying for y'all on my little list over here. I have a little list. So, and it reminds me of who I need to pray for. So, oh, okay. You got the iPad and the phone going. I do that when there's two lives going on and I want to support both channels and go back and forth. And sometimes, though, it gets overstimulating. And then it's like, can't do it anymore. Yay, Catherine. Yes, moderators. It makes it really simple if you want to click on and go to the other person's channel to check it out. Is a lot of it. And then y'all are all blue. So I had thing happened this week, which kind of spurred this topic. I'm kind of borrowing it from someone else because I really encouraged them. They needed to make a video about the empowering yes because they were talking about that, and I thought it was phenomenal. And then I texted them and asked, "Can I borrow that just for my life? I don't want to do a video on it. I'll let you do that." But I just kind of something to toss around on my live because I know that um, part of boundary setting is when to say no, but sometimes it's time to say yes, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. And so I don't know if any of y'all here have had trouble just saying yes to everything. Yes, okay, I'll do that. Yes, 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 yes. And you wake up one day and you have a resentment about everybody coming to you and asking you to do something. And then I don't know, for me, I got in recovery, and it was like I went from the yes, saying yes to everything, to saying no to everything. One extreme or the other. There was no middle, and I kind of had to learn to come to the middle. And I had to look at and dissect, why did I say yes all the time? There was a motive behind it, a self-seeking motive is what I call it. And so, through some work and some writing, I realized I said yes because I didn't want them to be mad at me. I said yes because I wanted them to like me. I said yes because I didn't like conflict. And I had the need to be needed. And when they were asking to do all this stuff for them, I felt real needed. And so once I kind of pinpointed why I said yes all the time, then I could, you know, um, adjust that, and know when to say no and when to say yes. And so that's just it. You say, what is it? I wrote that down. Oh, yeah. Out of obligation or guilt. And then you resent it. And if you resent after you said yes, and then you say, I wish I hadn't said yes. I can't believe I said yes. And I don't have time to do that. And that's a pretty good clue that you said yes out of obligation or guilt, and not out of a place of power of something that you felt led by God to go do. And so this concept of an empowered yes, it's kind of in self-improvement and personal development that you don't say yes often times because you're afraid to do the thing that you're saying yes to, like somebody telling you to start a YouTube channel, and and you don't say yes, or doing other things. And an empowered yes is something that you've contemplated, prayed about, you need to do, and then you ask for courage and you step out on faith. That is an empowered yes. And she's not in the chat, but Julie's the one I was talking to, and she was talking about doing that recently. She'd done a few empowered yeses, and it was like it just really struck a chord with me because I had been contemplating for 2 months of doing something different with my hair. So I finally decided about a month ago I would shorten it. So I cut my own hair. It's still cut by a professional. I've cut my own hair for a long time. And so I shortened it about 3 inches, and it still looked like I've had my hair for the last 10 years. It's been the last similar cut in various stages, but it still kind of specifically looked the same. And I really wanted something different. but I wasn't quite ready to just jump off the cliff, as I call it. And so I actually um, text this person after I talked to him and said, "Hey, you have really inspired me. Been thinking about cutting bangs in my hair, and I think it'll be good, and I think I'll like it. But I just, you know." And she really encouraged me to go ahead and say yes to the empowered yes, and so I did. And it's funny the reaction that I've gotten. Did that interview on Kathleen's channel, and everybody was telling me how they liked my hair, and I've had lots of different comments. So they can always grow out. You're right, Catherine. Hair grows, but it's like I don't know what the thing is about. Um, you just, it's like you get stuck in a rut, and it's easy and it's comfortable and all of that sort of things. And it's like, what if I cut them and I don't like it? But, I wore bangs all through my younger years for years and years and years, you know. Um, I don't know, probably since I was 20 years old. And when I got into recovery, I decided to, I never could grow my bangs out because I couldn't be patient enough to grow them out. But when I got in recovery, I learned how to do things one day at a time. And and I grew my bangs out. And I've had variations of bangs, like swing bangs, curtain bangs, um, that all of those type of things. And always said, the curtain bangs. It was like a pair of old drapes. They just bugged me to death. The swing bangs probably the most popular that I've done, but I've not had all the way across bangs. So I thought if Cheryl can do it, I can do it. Paula said, yes, stuck in a hair rut. I've been there. Catherine said, I'm there now, Paula. The only, my retort to being stuck in a rut is the only difference between a rut and a grave is the depth of the hole. Cheryl said, it looks great on you. Yeah, we're twinning now. Because your profile picture, I think, oh, my hair looks like Cheryl's now. It's not quite as long because I cut it, and but my hair grows really, really fast. And I guess I'm going to my sons, and I'll be around, all of them, and I'll get the honest review there. My husband just said, um, "Oh, you look like your uh, younger brother with longer hair." My younger brother and I do look a lot alike. So Kimberly said, I was watching Perry Mason from back in the day, and then the girls wore their bangs like an inch and a half long all across their forehead. Yes, they did. I call them Mamie Eisenhower bangs. My granny used to cut me bangs like that. So my picture that sometimes I talk about in recovery, that my grandpa bought me a dress and a hat. They took me to have my picture made. My little bangs are way up here, just straight. There's perfectly straight because my granny was a hairdresser. So Pam's here. Hi, Pam. You'll stop back in soon. Just getting supper on for the man. Got to feed those men, I tell you. So on Wednesday nights, we have fins. He fins for himself, but that's because his dad comes, they do Bible study. So, and there's not enough time between when I get home and that. And that's the way it is. Hi, Evie. How are you doing? How's your arm? I know the last time I heard anything, your fingers were black, but I watched you painting yesterday and they didn't look too bad. So, me. She said, me. Oh, it's a pain. I hadn't, like I said, 2 years ago, I had my first broken bone at 70, and I cracked my sternum in that accident my husband and I had. First broken bone I ever had, ever. So um, I have not a clue. I have not a clue. So I looked up empowered, and it's possessing the authority, confidence, and knowledge and means to take control of your life, making decisions, and act on your own behalf. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And so an empowered yes would be that and saying yes. So it says, does your yes honor your place of self worth, clarity, and personal power, not of obligation and guilt? So, and I don't know if this, I know that the saying yes to everybody really kind of resonated with y'all, but what have you said yes to lately? An empowered yes. I know that, I did that video about don't waste the youth of your senior years because I was like just in the I don't want tos. And, when I had talked to Nancy about meeting up, um, and she wanted to go to the stockyards. And I was like, Anyway, I went and it was an empowered yes. It was a great day and it just kind of, I don't know, any action kind of motivates you in ways that trying to change your mindset and journaling and all that other stuff as a therapist that I suggest to my clients. And taking the action. And I've not been in the I don't want to since I did that. And I was really glad that I went. So, and, I've been glad I cut my bangs. I did that on Monday. And so I washed my hair this morning and styled it. And I thought, okay, these are okay. So, uh, So Evie said, Catherine, I will find out on April 2nd if I need surgery. So Evie says, sometimes I feel like an old hen sitting on my eggs. I'm not leaving the house. Well, that's okay, So, but I've been praying that it would heal correctly so you wouldn't have to go through surgery. So, but um, Kimberly said, did you see some bull riding at the stockyards? Is it like a rodeo? No. The historical Fort Worth stockyards is in downtown Fort Worth, and there's stores. And there used to be, I did a video with Nancy, and but every day at 11:30, they drive the Longhorn cattle down Main Street. I think it's on Main in Fort Worth. Don't quote me on that. But they drive those cattle, and we saw a horse-drawn buggy and guys on horses, and they have corrals. They've moved the corrals. They used to be up under, when the train ran through there and they would load them, but they have moved them out, and they're out in the open next to the sale. It's not a barn. It's a thing, but they do have rodeos in Fort Worth, but they're not down there. They will be in the Dickies Arena. So I think that's where they have them. But Billy Bob's, the world's largest honky tonk, has a small rodeo area, and every once in a while they'll have a small rodeo there inside the honky tonk. There's some footage on that too in that video. So it is very cool, Kimberly. So, hi, Lori. How are you this evening? How's your puppy? I went through that with my dog a couple of months ago. I think he had a stroke, a mild stroke, but he was real disoriented. He stopped eating, and I just kind of kept nursing him. My husband says, "You need to take him to the vet. I think it's time to put him down." He's 15. He'll be 16 in June. And I said, "No, uh, I'll know. I'll know." And I just kind of kept nursing him, and he got better, and he's doing really good now. He's still a little whopper jawed, as I call it, but he's getting around great. And it didn't. He would eat, but I would have to feed him. But he's old, can't see, can't hear. He don't have any teeth in the front. He's a little chihuahua, so he's a chihuahua, Catherine. Oh, anyway, but I did what you talked about. It was like I knew I would know. So I'm sorry you're going through that. It's man, our pets. So he's a pill, Catherine. In some of my videos, if you listen closely, you can hear him snoring. Sometimes he's up here next to me. He's not tonight. He's over there in his bed. He has a little bed in my office. His little bed's over there, and the big bed's over here for the bigger dog. I have a dog she'll be 3 in June. It's kind of funny how they're both at the same time, but um, yeah, Kimberly, they're cute until they're not. Oh, isn't that true, Paula? That's right, Miss M. You can hear him snoring. That one, what was it, live a few weeks ago? Someone asked me, uh, is that a dog snoring? I said, yep, he's right here. So anyway, but he's my therapy dog. I call him because he's all up in here. And so anyway, how old's Rambo, Paula? He looks like he's about 4 or 5. Evie said, my dog is 30 pounds and I had him DNA tested and he is 73% Chihuahua. Wow. Well, my husband likes to rescue dogs. He has learned when we ended up with 3 dogs. And the first one was part Chihuahua, part Jack Russell. The next one was half Chihuahua, half Dachshund. And then when he brought this one home, it's full Chihuahua. So it's like, how did I ever end up with all these Chihuahuas? I'm a I'm a Labrador Retriever girl. I mean, I bred and raised chocolate labs. Of course, it's been 38 years ago, but I did, and um, I've had several labs. And how did I end up with all these Chihuahuas? And now Dinah's a Wilshire Terrier. She looks like a pit bull, but not. I don't know. She's a beautiful dog. Oh my goodness, and she's so loving and kind. So Paco is a rescue. Yes, he is, and I just love watching him because my childhood dog that I had was a dog just like that. I showed Mike a picture of it one time. So it's Boston Terrier. Mine was a screw tail. So anyway, Catherine said, Evie thinking about doing that, but I'd be shocked if she was anything less than 100% Basset. Yeah, and Miss M says she has a black lab. He is the sweetest. They are the greatest dogs. My son, he has a chocolate lab, and I think he's almost 15. He's you know they don't live as long as some other breeds, but man, so let's see. Paco loves his daddy. He sure does. Catherine said, Miss M, such good dogs, labs. And Kimberly's asking you, M, what's his name? Hey, Cynthia, how are you? Are you doing all right? You've had a lot on your plate, I tell you, that's for sure. Miss M said his name is Tebow Tim. So everyone's saying hello to Cynthia from Senior Insights. Welcome in, welcome, welcome. Have you said my daughter's lab ate $289 in cash? I believe it. I didn't have any water hose for years because, you know, I had Labrador retrievers. They love to chew on water hoses. So Debbie Sue said hello to Cynthia. Cynthia said, I'm doing just great. That's great. Miss Kim said, oh my gosh, Evie. Catherine said, Evie. Evie said, I found it washed and dried and took it to the bank. That's interesting, Evie. I'm not, don't know. I'm going to ask you where you found it. Oh, Miss M said, Tebow eats everything. Got to keep an eye on him. Well, Dinah, my bigger dog in the poop. Oh, here we go. She got it out of the poop and she washed it and took it to the bank. So that's why you don't want to. No telling where that money's being. You were watching for it, Miss Eddie. Oh, hey, Mrs. G, thanks. We're already talking about poop. I don't know what it's about my lives, but but yeah, she chewed up several things. I guess probably the most expensive thing to replace was she chewed up my electric blanket. But it's going to the toilet. You're right, Catherine. It is going to the toilet, to the potty. Oh, did you tell me how old Rambo was? If you did, I didn't see it. He look. I mean, his head shape and his body and stuff is he's Dinah and him are built a lot alike. She'd make him a great little girlfriend. So it's another poo chat. Yes, we're on the poo poo chain. What is it? Poo poo chat train. Yeah. Howdy ho. I don't know if any of y'all even relate to what I'm saying on the poo choo train. I think that's a part of um, the lab is empowered by the word yes when I ask, you going to eat that? Poopy chat. Yeah, the poo choo train was part of, oh my gosh, have to think. It They were animated and they were little potty mouth kids. Oh, but yes, and Dora's not here to talk about koala poo, so we can table that one. Get off the poo choo train. That's right, Miss M. It wouldn't be my life if we didn't talk about poo on my personal development channel. People ask you, what's your channel about? Well, it's about self improvement and personal development, except for my lives, it's about poop. You gotta go do something, Kimberly. So Rambo is 5 years old. Yeah. Thank you, Mrs. G. Um, like I said, that was my first full interview. You've done a couple of mini interviews when I popped on your lives, but that was my first full interview, and I had a little residual, I'll say, after that. Felt a little vulnerable, pretty open, and but that's I want to be that way, and I'm that way when I work with people and when I talk to people, and so we need some laughter, don't we, Miss M? I had a pretty busy day, pretty long day, and a lot of times I'm I'm pooped on Wednesday evenings, but then I get on here on this live and I start laughing. We start carrying on, and I get energized. It's amazing how healing or how uplifting that laughing can be. It's phenomenal. So anyway, it's a little laughter can go a long way. What do you say, Mrs. G? Something about laugh is a whole lot better in therapy, and I tend to agree with you. There's nothing like laughing. Bebe kids. No, South Park. Is that it? Was it? It's South Park with the little kids. Kenny. What's his name? Kenny. South Park is where the Poo Choo train is, and the Poo Choo train is in their Christmas episode. So, hmm and it's smelly. So, do any of y'all know what I'm talking about? About South Park? Isn't that the name of it? It's cheaper than therapy. That's what Mrs. G says. She said, I know what you mean, Rhonda. So true. A little laughter goes a long way. It's cheaper than therapy. Miss M said, I was watching Kathleen's live earlier and her husband is hilarious. It was nice to laugh. It is, isn't it? It's so nice to laugh. Christmas poo. Mike Adventure said, yes. Did you know South Park is originally from Colorado? Well, that's good to know. Does the Poo Choo train run up to from Durango to Silverton? Oh, really, Catherine? Kenny always died at the end? I just know that they were little foul mouthed, little snarky little kids. I never watched a whole lot of it, but except the Poo Choo train. I watched the Christmas thing. Mr. Hanky. There's my friend Kristen. She'll know. Mr. Hanky. What now? Now, what did it used to be about Mr. Hanky? What did it, Kristen? Of course, she's my ride or die friend. We've laughed our way all the way across everywhere. So, is that true? Never wanted to watch it. No. Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo? Is that what it is, Christian? The Christmas poo. He gets poo all over you. He comes from me and he comes from you. Is that the little song they sing, Kristen? Oh no, we're going off the rails. No pun intended. So, oh my goodness, Kristen, we need to do a live together. That would be a hoot. So, you made any more videos, girl, child? When you gonna make some more videos? We do. You put Kristen and I together, and it's water and gasoline. So you haven't? No, you've been busy making T-shirts. I need to get with you. I need a new coffee cup. My one that you made me, the logo on it's old and it's about wore off because I use it all the time. I need a new one with my new logo. So anyway, so I don't know if Cynthia's on here or not, but Cynthia, um, Kristen is the one that made the apron for me that I sent to you. It is trouble when we get together. We might be singing rap songs or writing rap songs. You never know. I was on Miss G's one night and they were slinging around some rap songs. And, well, you know me, I'm throwing in my 2 cents like 369. And they're like, get low. And they're like, what? Rhonda's spouting off rap music. Kind of the same reaction you had when I knew who Mike Jones was. So you just took it out of the dryer, Cynthia? She's using it now for an apron in the kitchen. Kristen. Okay, Cynthia, meet Kristen. Kristen, meet Cynthia. Cynthia, Kristen made that for me. So now y'all know each other and you can look her up. She's just started a YouTube channel and I'm going to have to put some dynamite under her to get her to throw up some more content. So anyway, that's who made the apron that I sent you. I called her up and I said, hey, because she made me one when I had my hip surgery. And it was just the best thing tied to the front of my walker. It was great. So when I found out Cynthia was getting having hip surgery and would you be using a walker, I just called up Kristen. I said, hey, Kristen, I need one of these. And I said, I need it with cherries on it. And it's their name. And she made it. Very classy. It is. She does a great job. She does that stuff and sells it. Do you have an Etsy? Anyway, she needs to get busy. She could sell it on her YouTube channel if she make videos. I'm going to stay on you, Kristen. So, cherries and lipstick and sparkles. Yes. You just made Easter ones for the waitresses? That's great, Kristen. They're just so cool. So, hi, Pack. How are you? I don't think I've ever seen you here at my live. We're into the fun part. He said, hi, Rhonda. Hi, Cynthia. So, what city is that in your picture? I'm just curious. I'm Miss Curious. So, Christian, I cut me some bangs. Can you see them? Little bangettes. I've been chopping on my hair. You know how that goes. So, it's strange when you're on YouTube and you've got a friend on here that knows you as well as Christian knows me. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's good or bad. Cynthia said, no, I will have to show it tomorrow on Senior Insights. Hi, Pack. Nice to see you. Kristen said, I saw that. They look nice. Thank you, Kristen. I wasn't fishing for compliments, but I like them. So, anyway, so does anyone have any plans this weekend coming up? Pack said, I would like to see Cynthia eat ramen. Ramen noodles? Kristen said, I do too, though. Really, I need bangs. I can hook you up, Kristen. So we need to do a girls' day. I'll get coffee and come over and hang out. We can make a video. I've been so busy lately. And like I said, I'm going out of town tomorrow and I get off work and I'll be gone all weekend. It's We're going to go see James for his birthday. We do. Yeah, I can pick up coffee. So, oh, Mike's working again all weekend. You've had one day off. You worked 13 days, had one day off, and you're working 13 days again. Woo! So, Pack said, I only have one fitness video and some live music clips. And Cynthia said, if you want to see me eat ramen, then I guess I'll just have to do it. Oh, Cynthia, everybody's going to tell you how bad they are for you. RC, okay, I will. You live in Seattle? Let me do that. And okay. Nice channel. I checked you out. There you go. So, Catherine said she's getting a pedicure on Saturday. Mrs. Paula said Mike is the hardest working man on YouTube. Oh, RC says I'll take y'all on a tour in my BMW. So that's great. I've been to Seattle once. So, yep. Anyway, but I'm going to Fort Worth for the weekends. Don't think I'll be going to Stockyards. I don't have a clue. A lot of times we'll go down there and eat at Joe T. Garcia's, which is a famous restaurant. I took Nancy there. It's been there for 100 years. Started out as a little house on the corner. Sounds like a TV series, Little House on the Corner. And they expanded, and now it encompasses a city block, downtown Fort Worth. And they have a lot of beautiful landscaping and outside eating, and they serve Mexican food, and it's very good. So Mike said, Miss Paula, I am unfortunately a slave to debt. Oh, wow. Yeah. Paula said, Mike, I think most of the nation is. Catherine, Rhonda, did you know I'm from Fort Worth? Well, I lived there in the area over 43 years. I knew you were from Texas. I didn't know exactly where, Catherine, and I know now you live in Arkansas. And so, do you live in the northwest corner of Arkansas? I don't know why I think that. I know you live by a lake, and I know a lake up there. So, bye, Miss M. Have a great evening and weekend. I won't be here on YouTube much because I will be enjoying my grandson. So, anyway, everyone's saying Northwest Arkansas. I'm going to be up there in September in Southwest Missouri. I don't know if you've ever heard of Roaring River, Missouri. It's just like 24 miles north of Eureka Springs. So, Seattle West Coast is the best. Seattle is beautiful. Yeah. Dr. Ninja Turtle said, I'm a slave to debt, but I am digging out. Me too, Doc. Me too. So I have land in Holiday Island, so I'm coming to meet you and your husband. Okay. Where's Holiday Island? Is that in Texas? Man, that could be 12 hours for me. So, have you talked to Dorn? Is that his name? Dorn on the source? I've been praying for him. It's really hard. I've lost Deb. Yeah. It says, please do, Fire. Would you sell some of it to us? Dr. Ninja Turtle said, Northwest Arkansas. No, Arkansas. Oh, you spoke to him yesterday. That's good. I figured you probably had. Yeah. Oh, it's in Holiday Island is in Northwest Arkansas. Okay. Yes, she did. It's so sad. Really sad. Um, so anyone that knows the source, he lost his wife, and it's really sad. So keep him in your prayers, and Deb was the source. His name's Doran. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It was his wife, and he has a YouTube channel. She helps him on his YouTube channel and stuff. So, right where I will be in Missouri. Yep, my son's getting married there in September, and we're going up the week before and staying all week. We'll get our fishing in before the marrying happens. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. We go up there and we stay, usually combine, the week, whole weekend and go home on Saturday, but we're staying through Monday because the wedding's on Saturday. I'm saying it right? Okay. Yes, yes. Kentucky Life with Debbie. Her husband passed away 3 weeks ago. Yeah, yeah. So that's sad. Yeah. Um, I can't even fathom. So anyway, so we need to continue to pray for those. Continue to pray for Debbie Sue and her husband for healing. Pray for Mike. What else is on here? Philip. I don't know. Philip was here last week. He's getting some result back from some tests, and um, then for Lori, Evie. So those are some people that are on YouTube that I think about, and I have some other people over here. So, oh, so RC said, but Debbie is making things happen. She will speak at a church conference in April. That's cool. I watched the one she did that she put out. She usually does them on Wednesdays, but she put it out on Tuesday, so I got to watch it. So anyway, Dr. Ninja Turtle said, Catherine, email me. I'm trying to sell the land. Mike Adventure said, sorry, Ninja. I know she was your friend. I'm glad you were able to see her when you went over to Hawaii. Catherine said, fire? Seriously? Okay. Is it on your channel? And Ninja said, I am so grateful to have met her in January. Yes. Yes. There's lots of Debbies. Yes, RC, there are. There are lots of Debbies. And Catherine's and Kathleen's, and begin to get them all, their names. Now, Cheryl and our names aren't anything alike, but in her handle for her channel name, it says Rebounding with Cheryl. And Mrs. G sees that R and thinks Rhonda. So she calls Cheryl Rhonda all the time. So I decided I would cut some bangs and then I would look like Cheryl. And then she could confuse us visibly and not just by the R's in our names. Are you still here, Mrs. G? I'm giving you a hard time. Child. Anyway. Okay, there's his email. Kristen said, LOL. Yeah. So Joshua's here. He says, hey, Rhonda, I mean, howdy. Yeah. Hey, y'all. Catherine said, I'm technically challenged. How do I find your email? He put it in the chat, Catherine, if you want to write it down. This is Pam is here. I need to back and listen to what you said about the empowered yes. That's at the first. We've been through the poo-poo chain, the poo-choo train, and poo, and now we're moved into prayer list and those different kind of things that only on my life, you know. RC said, Debbie gonna be a star for sure. So you got back here. That's great. Did you get the hubby fed? Anyway, yeah, I think that Debbie's gonna branch out. Branch out. I think she, because with taking care of her husband and him being sick and everything, that she's. Christian said that's why I keep coming back. The variety of topics in your life. Well, got to cover all of the different gamuts of life. It's life. So what did Mike say? Mike said, remember everyone, we're not promised tomorrow. Live life to its fullest. You're right, Catherine. Mike, for sure. I don't know, Joshua, if you know Catherine. She has a YouTube channel, and she's been coming here for a while. Pam said, yes, I did. He's exhausted from plowing snow. It has been snowing straight for 2 days, and there's almost a foot. Oh, my goodness. What was it today? 90? Was it 90 degrees today here? It's warming back up. You thought spring was here. Oh, goodness sakes. It's been in the 90s. It got up to 99 on Saturday, and then it was 98 Sunday. And then I think Monday it was 60 something. And then yesterday it was perfect. It was like 70 something. Today, I don't know. It's 88 degrees right now, Pam. 88. So you want me to send some of it up there? You can blow the snow away. Okay. I know. It's like it has been a pretty hard winter for y'all up there. And I have a friend that lives in Canada. She lives around London, right outside of London in Ontario. And every day it's like she'll send me a clip. Guess what? It's snowing again. And I'm like, oh my goodness. You want me? I'll send you some sunshine and some heat. But the weather it's cooled off a little bit. And I don't think it's going to quite be that warm again all next week. So, but it'll still be in the high 80s. So, we always say in Texas, if you don't like the weather, hang around for 24 hours. Hi, Philip. I was talking about you a while ago. You're on my prayer list. Waiting for some results. I don't know if you've heard anything. What is that, RC? Should probably get a ring from. I do not know what that is. Histikyaltaki? I don't know what that is. Oh, everyone's saying hello to Philip. Joshua's telling Paula he got this new power tower charger thing. Is that what your video's about, Joshua? This is Pam said, "Oh, Cynthia, if you're still here, I want to see that apron. Sounds lovely." She said she would show it tomorrow in her video. Oh, okay. Catherine, Dr. Ninja Turtle went to your channel and left his email and a comment on your latest video. So I haven't watched that one yet. So I worked all day. I noticed there was one from you. So yes, we got it, Catherine said. You should get your results tomorrow, Philip. You've been in my prayers. So RC said 99, dang. Okay. So, all right. Anything else about, just remember that when the opportunity comes and you can say yes to honor your place of self-worth, clarity, and personal power, then take the empowered yes and do it. So, oh, okay. Yeah, never heard of that, RC. Paula says she's going to bed early, night all. I probably am too pretty soon. So yeah, Joshua, you can look her up. Catherine said Paula sleep well. So, it's not quite been an hour, but almost. And yes, I woke up early this morning and I don't know. My dog was whining because she was hungry. She wanted me to get up. So I got up about an hour earlier than I usually do. And so I'm probably going to poop out soon. Anyway, I appreciate you all coming to my live and for spending your Wednesday evening with me, and hope you have a great evening and a great rest of your week. And, y'all keep making content and putting it out there and supporting each other. And of course, the most important thing you can do is be you on purpose. Love y'all. Bye. See you next time.